One who chooses the word snake as a name will rethink when he is bitten by a real snake. You're welcome to another episode. And here we're going to section 7 of Surah Al-An'am, war spoils, or property seized after war. Let's go. Is يقول المنافقون الذين في قلوبهم مرض أو الذين في قلوبهم مرض غر هؤلاء دينهم غر هؤلاء دينهم lo, the hypocrites al-munafiquna, in whose hearts is a disease, allazina fi qulubihim mardun, allazina fi qulubihim mardun, in whose hearts there is a disease. Say, kul, say, is yakulu, they say, yes, they say, garra haulai dinihum. They say, these people, their religion has misled them. Garra dinihum. Their religion has misled them. Garra, mislead, or misled, garra. In other words, the hypocrites, they say, oh, these people, their religion has misled them. Don't mind them. In a sarcastic way. في جرى في دينهم ومن يتوكل على الله فإن الله عزيز حكيم. ومن يتوكل على الله فإن الله عزيز حكيم. But if any trust in God, behold, God is exalted in might, wise. Inna Allah Aziz Hakim. Aziz, exalted, Hakim, wise. Okay. Let's go to, I think there is a commentary on it. And here we have been told to compare to chapter 2:10, disease in the heart. So in chapter 2:10, disease in the heart is equally mentioned. Okay. We go to, that was Ayah 49, verse 39, Ayah 49, verse 49, Psalm 49. We go to Ayah 50. Walau tara is yatawafa ولو ترى إذ يتوفى الذين كفروا الملائكة يضربون وجوههم يضربون وجوههم يضربون وجوههم وأدبارهم. If thou couldst see when the angels take the souls of the unbelievers, into brackets, at birth, how they smite their faces and their backs, وَأَدْبَارَهُمْ وَجُوهَهُمْ, their faces and their backs, أَدْبَارَهُمْ, their faces, وَجُوهَهُمْ, وَأَدْبَارَهُمْ, and their backs. وَزُكُوا عَذَابٌ حَرِيقٌ. Zuku azabun harik. saying, taste the chastisement of the blazing fire. So this verse is telling us when the angels of death comes, when the angels of death come here, I think it's plural. Mm. Yeah, plural. When the angels take their souls, when the angels come and take their souls, they say to them, they smite their faces. Wajuahum wa abarahum, and the back, pa, 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 with strength, with vim, and say to them, taste ye, taste the chastisement of the blazing fire. Let's go to the commentary. Did we finish the commentary of 18? No, we didn't finish the commentary of 18. After we're being referred, after we go there before we come to 19, after we are being referred to 1, 2, to chapter 2:10, this follows. Trust in God brings its own reward. Our eyes are opened and we see how great, good, and wise is the cherisher of the worlds. Others may sneer and despise, but blessing of God keeps our minds fresh and our hearts contented. Sneer here is SNEER. So that is completing the commentary on the previous verse 449. Now we go to commentary for 50, which we have just read. Smiting faces and backs. The contrast, in contrast to the taunt against those who trust in God, that their religion has misled them, is shown the terrible punishment after death of those who are laughed at, of those who laughed at faith. Yes. Let me take it again. In contrast to the taunt against those who trust in God, in contrast to the taunt against those who trust in God, that their religion has misled them, is shown the terrible punishment after death of those who laughed at them. So those who were taunting the believers that they were misled, this is the punishment that will come to them. Okay, let's go to the next ayah, verse, sign. ذلك بما قدمت أيديكم وأن الله ليس بالظلم للعباد للعب لل للعبيد worshippers, those who worship him, servants. Let me take it again. ذلك بما قدمت أيديكم وأن الله ليس بظلام للعبيد. This is because of the deeds which your own hands sent forth, for God is never unjust to the servants. So if you are a good servant of God, he will never be unjust with you. So the punishment meted out here to the unbelievers is not going to affect the believers. That's the commentary for 51. We go to 52. Uh, كالدأب. I can't read well. كدأب آل الفرعون والذين من قبلهم. كدأب آل الفرعون والذين من قبلهم. Deeds after the manner of the people of Pharaoh and of those before them. من قبلهم, before them. من قبلهم. بآيات الله فأخذهم الله بذنوبهم. فأخذهم الله بذنوبهم. And who followed them? They rejected the signs of God, and God punished them for their sins. بذنوبهم, for their sins. إن الله قوي شديد عقاب. For God is strong, قوي, and strict in punishment. قوي شديد, قوي, strong, شديد, strict in punishment. عقاب. Okay, we go to 52. Sorry, that's just 52. So we go to 53. That's 52 we just read after 51, whose commentary we read. We are now going to 53. Oh God. ذلك بأن الله لم يكن مغير نعمتها على قوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. God, because God will never change the grace which he had bestowed on a people until they change what is in their own souls. God will never change the grace which he had bestowed on a people until they change what is in their own souls. If God gives you some special gift, he never takes it away unless you change it. Okay. Inna Allah sami'un aliman. Inna Allah sami'un aliman. And verily, God is he who heareth and knoweth all things. All things in inverted commas. Okay. We go to 54. There is commentary for it. Let's go 121. And that's it I'm about to read. God bestows his grace freely, but he never withdraws it arbitrarily, full stop, because he changes their state and circumstances. Before he changes his grace, before he changes their state and circumstances, an actual state of rebellion and contumacy has arisen in their own souls, which brings about its inevitable punishment. Okay, let's now go to 53. I suppose, yes. No, 54. Let's now go to 54. Oh, we've done 54. That's Kada Kada Abil Fir'auna Walazina min Kulubihim. Yeah, we've done that. Let's go and read the commentary. Note that note that the verse note that in verse 51, the words were that they rejected the signs of God and were punished. Colon. Here the words are that they treated the signs as false and were destroyed. A higher degree of guilt observed a higher degree of guilt deserved a severer punishment. Mm. Note that, let me take it again. Note that in verse 51, the words were that they rejected the signs of God and were punished. Here, the words are that they treated the signs as false and were destroyed. A higher degree of guilt deserved a severer punishment. Let's go to 55. Yes, 55. Oh my God. إن شر ال... إن شر الدواب إن شر الدواب sorry إن شر الدواب عند الله الذين كفروا فهم لا يؤمنون. For the worst of beasts, شر worst dawabi beast in the lie in the sight of God are those allazina kafaru bi aya kafaru fahum allazina kafaru fahum la yu'minun are those who reject him, they will never believe. For those who reject him, column, they will never believe. Let's go to the commentary. One, two, two, three. Mm. In verse 822, we've passed there anyway. In chapter 8:22, we were warned against the worst of peace in the sight of God. Mm. So in other words, this a repetition of concerning peace. Mm. Who do not make use of their faculties of hearing, speaking, and understanding in the service of God, and in fact misuse their faculties to blaspheme God. The same brute creatures are shown here in another light. Yes, they are faithless both to God and man. Mm. We're going to 56, sign 56. Allazina ahadat allazina ahatta minhum thumma yankuduna ahadahum thumma yankuduna ahadahum fi kulli marsin في كل مرة وهم لا يتقون. They were those with whom thou didst make a covenant, to whom thou didst make a covenant, but they break their covenant every time, and they have not the fear of God, and they have not the fear, then into brackets, of God. Let's go to the commentary 1, 2, 2, 4. The immediate occasion was the repeated treachery of the Banu Qurayza after their treaties with the Muslims. But the general lesson remains, as noted in the two following verses. Full stop. Treachery in war is doubly wrong, for it endangers so many lives. Full stop. Such treachery should be punished in such a way that it gets no chance again. It shouldn't be repeated. Not only the actual perpetrators, but those who follow their standard should be rendered powerless. And the broken treaty should be denounced so that the innocent party can at least fight on equal terms. From actual physical from actual physical warfare, we can carry the same lesson to spiritual warfare. A truce or understanding is possible with those who respect definite principles, comma, but with those who have no principles and are merely out of oppression and wickedness. Sorry, not but those. Let me take it again. A truce or understanding is possible with those who respect definite principles, not, I repeat, not with those who have no principles and are merely out for oppression and wickedness. Okay, uh, that was okay. We go to 57. We go to 57. Sign 57. Mm. Uh, فما فما تدفع فما تثكف فما تتكفنهم كفناهم فما تفكفنهم في الحرب فش فشرد فشرد بهم من حلف من حلفهم من حلفهم لعلهم يسكرون. If you gain the mastery over them in war, fil harb in war, despite disperse with them those who follow them, disperse with them those who follow them, that they may remember. So I believe verse is talking about war captives. Mhm. I believe so. Okay, and we have the commentary here. A purpose for the verse, a purpose for the verse is to urge Muslims to act against their enemies described above with a severity and resoluteness which would serve as a deterrent to other enemies of Islam who might be inclined to follow their example and act treacherously towards Muslims. We go to sign 58. Incidentally, it has no commentary, so when we finish, we just walk away. Mm. Uh, وإما وإما تخافن وإما تخافن من قوم خيانة فلما تخافن من قوم خيانة فإنبت إليهم على سواء. If thou fearest treachery If thou fearest treachery from any group, throw back to them, throw back into brackets, through covenant, throw back their covenants to them, in brackets again, so as to be on equal terms, alas, why in equal terms? Inna Allah la yuhibbul ha ini. Inna Allah la yuhibbul ha inina. For God loveth not the treacherous. God loveth not the treacherous. And that's the end of the section. That's the end of the section. The section being 7. When we come back, God willing, we go to section 8. Uh, as usual, I have to salute my viewers and bow down for them. Sometimes I'm not very good at reading. Maybe when I'm not in a good mood. Thank you very much. Illa likai. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all.